Where do I go from here? Where do I go? If this was a different universe, we'd both get what we want. You'd be freed from your family curse. I'd be doing what I love. You lost your heart in Tokyo, found another in New York City. You sent me some postcards telling me just how much you miss me. Star-studded queen, blue jeans, dreaming. I thought it would be so easy. Now you're on your way with her. You say you didn't mean to replace me. And all I'm thinking about is what you do when I hurt. Can't stop just thinking about all the things you said that weren't true. And I know what it feels like when you say only I make you feel right. The sour taste in my mouth from your lies. You took it all without saying goodbye. Now you're out on the social scenes with her. By your side, I'm a far and distant dream, lost in the back of your mind. You're on your way to Tokyo, then moving on to New York City. I never got the postcards telling me just how much you miss me. Star-studded queen, blue jeans, dreaming. I thought it would be so easy. Now you're on your way with her. You say you didn't mean to replace me.
Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another stream. It's Wildcard Friday, so should be exciting. A little bit tired today, but it's fine. I really gotta get my sleeping schedule right in place. But anyway, so hopefully you guys have a freaking awesome day. Right now we're currently looking at Euro JPY. So I like Euro JPY for the short buys for sure today. I like how that liquid 50 is, what that liquid 50 is doing. Only thing that I don't like is, is we're not seeing any kind of formations or any kind of entries right now. So I definitely like the structure that I'm seeing right now. Like it's just it just makes sense. From right over here we have a let me just put this right over here. From right over here we have a lower high coming in. So lower high and then lower high and then another lower high right over here, and technically this could be another lower high as well. So the structure makes sense right there. So definitely makes sense on the short buys. The only thing, like I said again, like we're not seeing any entries. I love like that structure that we're seeing. Just definitely bearish. Something to keep in mind is it is oversold from right over here. So it is a kind of a minus on whenever you're grading the setup for sure. because you know, you don't really want to be going against something that's extremely oversold and then it's starting to get choppy, and you know, especially on a Friday, you really don't want to get chopped out around much. So it is what it is. But I definitely like how the liquid 50 is in the sell zone on the 1 hour, and I like how, you know, bearish it is on the EMAs as well. So if we go to the 4 hour, kind of the same thing. You know, it's, you know, we're making bearish structure. Liquid 50 is in a sell zone. We just kind of EMAs could be definitely better, but we just kind of broke through the 800 EMA, which, you know, that's pretty good. So we're not in the way of any kind of significant EMAs. And then we are in the upshift with the 1821 right there. I mean downshift, excuse me, downshift on the 1821 EMAs. And then so the 50 in and 200 EMA are in the right place right now, so that's telling us, you know, kind of a bearish indication as well. The 800 EMA is kind of like a counter trend. It's giving you like a kind of a counter trend vibe. So not the most, like, not the best EMAs, but for sure bearish. I like how the liquid 50 on the 4 hour, like, I like that value. Like, that value gives me a lot of indication that we're seeing a lot of shorts. The only thing that I don't like is you know, because it's oversold. It's a little oversold, so it is what it is. So if we go to the one daily, liquid 50 is bearish. EMAs could definitely be better. Like, we have basically just counter trend, so just kind of a counter trend EMAs on our side, but we are making bearish structure. Bearish, lower highs. Liquid 50 value, I like how the one daily liquid 50 value is at, like, it's just falling right there. That's a perfect liquid 50 value on the daily. And plus we are in the 1821 EMA downshift, and we have no EMAs in the way as well. So I like that. You know, I definitely like that. It's not the most, you know, the best A+ setup, but it's definitely giving us like a good vibe of you know, kind of good probabilities, you know. So from right over here, we're not seeing any bullish divergence from on the bottom, which is pretty good on the 15-minute. So yeah, that's pretty good. Just the 1 hour, we're seeing bullish divergence. So I think we'll have to put this kind of zone in mind right over here. So let's just go ahead and market this up. So it's kind of hard to dictate whenever you're trading into divergence, you know, because the higher time frames always win with the bearish sentiment. So definitely you have to keep, you know, the bullish divergence, excuse me, in mind. But you know, don't, like, you know, let that stop you from taking it. So from right over here, I'm gonna definitely like put this into my grading. So so from like looking right over here, I would probably grade this a B setup, because on the intraday chart we're not seeing any bearish divergence, but you know, we are seeing kind of a you know, I mean, bullish divergence on the 1 hour chart. So it's broken through the Asian range. There's no swap in liquid 50. EMAs are definitely bearish for the day. You know, there's enough room to ADR. So I like it for sure. Just the bullish divergence on the 1 hour, that's kind of sketchy. So we'll just have to wait and see what we do here. 1 minute, you know, it is what it is. Like, I don't like how it's falling like that. I just want some good structure, you know. So like from right over here, no, we can't dictate that it's, you know, it's rising. Or maybe we can. So it, yeah, just small variance of bullish divergence. It's kind of sketchy. I wouldn't really, yeah, not really. Okay, so no bullish divergence. We're gonna have to wait if we actually want to see a D1 entry. The D1 entry seems to be like the plan for today on your JPY, but you know, I'm also looking for a confirmation. Be like a level 2 confirmation. Actually, we just reset right now, so we're gonna be looking for kind of a shift back to the, you know, back to the mean, and then we're looking for a confirmation or kind of a shift candle. But you know, we have to see kind of the RSI kind of become closer to the liquid 50 for that to be valid. 1 hour, you know, it has to cross. I like how the 1 hour how it's close to liquid 50. The only thing that I don't like is, you know, we definitely don't have any you know, kind of no price action off the 21 EMA, which is kind of what we count for counter formations. However, if I really wanted to, since I'm an experienced trader, I could always trade the momentum. So using those kind of formations to kind of dictate the momentum toward our direction with the RSI value, with bearish RSI value, I could definitely scalp that momentum or just take that kind of formation off the 8 EMA, but that's off edge. So I really don't recommend anyone doing that. Just because it's a little bit of an off edge idea if I do that. So yeah, we're just currently gonna wait. I definitely like how the DXY right now. I definitely like how the DXY is looking at what we're looking at the DXY. Let me just put this real quick here. All right, so we're seeing this bearish divergence. Looks like it is. So yeah, we got some bearish divergence right over here. Kind of hard to see. Yeah, we got like small bearish div. Yeah, so we have bearish div on top. So that's telling us that that's maybe the reason why we're seeing some kind of chop today. But you could see a reversal. In my opinion, think we will see kind of a bullish run today. Stock market is up today, so we'll see what we do today on stocks. Excuse me. I like how it's definitely not super bullish, but I like how the liquid 50 kind of going in like a U-turn right now back to the buy zone. I definitely like seeing that, so I'm bullish on it for right now. And I think as DXY starts breaking out to the upside from right over here, we definitely could have a lot of weakness toward the euro, and thus putting the euro JPY pair, pushing it down. So anyway, that's kind of my bias for today. I like euro pairs. I like how the euro pairs bias is for today. We seem really bearish on euro pairs, so I like that. And then the DXY for me looks bullish for right now. Looking at the Nasdaq 100, just man, I was like, it finally fell down, like I said, because it just looked like it was about to break out to the downside. Plus with the liquid 50 confirmation, like it just seemed logical. But it looks like it just finally rebounded. So right now we're up about, not up, we're about like down like maybe about 0.12%. So we'll see what we do here. I'm still bearish on it. I like how the liquid 50 is looking at on the 50-minute. Excuse me, still in the sell zone. Oh, I'm tired. Alright, so 1 hour, I don't like that. That's a no-bueno for me. Crap. Alright, so I was bearish on it, but maybe we have to shift our perspective a little bit. So I gotta make a video, but basically I got stopped out in profit with my swing trade on the Nasdaq. I hate how it doesn't save my mark. It's super annoying where it just does not save at all. Yeah, it did not save, unfortunately. But anyway, so I got short right over here off this level. And as you can see here, it rode really well. I definitely analyzed it really well and rode through the structure. I rode through the liquid 50 on the 4 hour. So got in right over here, came all the way down, made a lower high, came all the way down, made a lower high. And then, so, I mean, right now on the daily structure, on the 4 hour structure, we're seeing bearish momentum. It's kind of hard to dictate, today. I really don't know. Like, I've been bearish on this for like this whole week. But it's just kind of because of my swing trade. And, it's really good. Like, it rode the momentum. Like, there were some times that I felt like, oh, did I get the right direction? Like, because from this pin right over here, that was a little bit sketchy, so I got stopped out right over here with this pin. So we'll see. I'm just a bit sketchy on what we're gonna expect today on Nasdaq. I mean, it's definitely bearish on the 4 hour. Excuse me, I keep saying the daily. And I like how the liquid 50 is doing it. And I initially, the 4 hour holds the 50 EMA really well. and as you can see here, it held the 21 EMA really well as well. Not as like significantly as it does to the 50 EMA, but it definitely forms kind of a big support bias on it. So resistance bias. So one daily chart looks like we're having some resistance at the zone that I marked up, the previous zone. So we're definitely having some resistance right over here. Liquid 50 looks like maybe it's going for like kind of a level 2 rebound toward the short side. So that's something I want to keep an eye on. It's just hard. Like for me, I don't really know what to do today. I mean, I definitely have a plan, but I'm kind of more susceptible to both longs and shorts. Excuse me, because just coming from an investor standpoint, once we saw this kind of a drop, kind of a lower high and drop, this is like a good opportunity for people to buy stocks. I feel like investors are going to flood it into tech stocks and buy a lot of stuff. So it's kind of like we're at kind of a psychological level, as you can put it. And we got bullish divergence on the 1 hour chart as well. So we gotta see. It's kind of a bit on both ends, like long and short. I mean, right now it's short bias for sure, but I just don't like how that bullish divergence is looking at it. And I definitely have, since that rebound, like on pre-market, we had a kind of a short squeeze, and then we had a rebound almost back to break even right now, back to the high of the day. So it's just kind of sketchy because normally we will see a continuation of this move like we saw on Monday, or I think Tuesday or Wednesday. But having that kind of a move where we don't see a continuation, but we see kind of a rebound and up to the high of day, I don't know, it's not a good pattern to see. Like usually that's kind of a bullish pattern. So I'm a bit careful with that today. Yeah, I don't really have a bias on it now. Still short bias like in the long term, but for the intraday today, like it kind of just looks like it may chop around or it may do something crazy. So definitely have to be careful with that. But I'm definitely going to be taking it off key levels today. Probably not that much scalping, just because I have to be careful with what with kind of direction that I choose. But ADR is up to over here, so we could definitely have a full green day today. I could see that, to be honest. We could see a full green day all the way up to ADR, or even more. And then maybe we can reject after 21 EMA, and then finally on Monday or Tuesday it's a bearish indication. So I don't know, maybe today we'll see kind of a bullish run, and then maybe a continuation next week. But for me, like today looks kind of bullish to me, even though liquid 50 is in the sell zone. Whenever I see this kind of pattern, it's a no bueno for shorts. Right, so looking at Euro JPY, let's look at the 5 minute. Maybe we have divergence forming on the 5 minute. Nope. Alright, so we'll just wait on Euro JPY. I guess it's gonna chop around a little bit. Yeah, definitely not going to force anything today. I was reading, I love, literally, like, I love the course not the course, but, like, kind of, like, the whole educational platform that I bought from Van Tharp. It's just so, like, it helps me a lot with, they have, like, a psychology background with it. Like, they use kind of, animals, like, acronyms. Like for your bear, like the monkey, there's an acronym in there talking about like a angry monkey, not an angry monkey, but like a curious monkey. Best way to put it. And he's always trying to get out and just being curious. He's always trying to, come like just wreak havoc in your life. And in trading, that monkey always tries to, come out and just make you do reckless decisions, like whether that be over trading, whether that be over leveraging, whether that be over fear of missing out, and just being aggressive for no reason. That monkey always comes out and it wreaks havoc. So like he was talking about Dr. Kinlon was talking about how you can kind of put that monkey back to the head. Like he took, he's saying, the monkey, you can't kill the monkey, or you can't like get rid of the monkey at all, like because it's a part of you. Every human has that kind of, a monkey has kind of that self-destructive behavior, or that aggressive gambling behavior. So he was kind of going in telling that you can put that monkey in the back of your head and control that monkey by being self-aware of your emotions and stuff like that. So I mean, I just with your psych, like I just looked a lot about that, and it was it's pretty cool. Just having all these acronyms, and they make a lot of sense, even though it's like animal acronyms. Definitely makes sense. And also, he made a good story about rabbits. So like in trading, we're basically hunting rabbits. If you think about it, we're looking for a rabbit to kill, or a rabbit to catch, and having a good winner for the day. But as a hunter, you can't be like going aggressive, trying to find that rabbit everywhere, and and just like just basically go everywhere with a gun and trying to find that rabbit as much as that you can, and catch as many rabbits as you can. His kind of way of telling the story is you have to be patient as a hunter. You have to wait patiently as a hunter. A predator, if you look at like if you Animal Planet or whatever, the predators are kind of quiet at first, and then they leap for the attack. So he's kind of going, being patient, and then once you see the trade, once you see the rabbit, execute according to your plan as much as you can. But at the same time, just being patient, and not just sticking at one place the whole time, sticking at several places, setting traps for several things at once. So going through one market to a different market, or one pair to another pair, and setting different traps. And once you see that trap, you have that set up, you execute according to your plan. So I mean, I just just a lot of like psychology aspect in those in that educational platform. And just really helpful, for sure, really helpful. Going with like the rabbit, just being patient and awaiting for the setup to present. Not being overly aggressive, not being greedy. Just have like your mindset kind of like a hunter. You're setting those traps out there in those forex pairs, and you're basically just waiting for that perfect setup, or that setup, and then executing it according to your plan. So I love the acronym. It totally makes sense, and especially in trading, it definitely gives you a perspective of just being that hunter. Looking at not being crazy like a maniac hunter, where you're like executing trades and you're finding every trade that you see that looks good, but just waiting patiently for the perfect and right setup, and then again executing it according to your plan. So I love it. I love seeing that, a lot of like those acronyms and like animal, I guess you could say animal acronyms. So it's pretty good. I gotta look at the daily report today. I like your JPY. I think it's a bit slow right now for sure. So maybe Asian session we could see more of a rise on it. Looks like Nasdaq's trying to fall down again. Kind of identify bearish structure. Looks like it's kind of off the 80 EMA. That'll make sense right over here, just about right over here. Kind of has some kind of support from right over here. So this support could have been turned into resistance. 1, 2, 3 hits right over here. Could be one of the reasons why. So it is a significant kind of zone, I will call it. I might be right back. I'm gonna get some water. But yeah, we're looking at your JPY. It's just choppy. I mean, it's not choppy. I wouldn't say like it's choppy. I'm just gonna say it's slow. So we'll wait for it. But I definitely like I definitely like your JPY today. Look, 50 looks like it's starting to come up. That's something to be careful with. I take a quick scalp if I really want to right over here. Toward the long side. Going with the momentum right now on the kind of on the intraday. Let me get some water real quick before I consider taking the setup. Actually, I think it's gonna run before me. Yeah, it's gonna run before I am. I just took that breakout. Put my stop loss a little bit below, kind of the pin low. Just to be careful with that, to whatever it wants to do. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some water. Alright, so I'm back. Looks like it's pulling back right now. So, trusting my stop. I don't think it's going to be a fake out in my opinion. But if it is, I may just reduce risk right over here. Not really. I'm risking about 16 points. This is not even a lot. An average with my system is about literally like about 2 points to around 30 points. I'll say actually 35 points, not 30. 35 points of an average stop loss on my scalping system. Looks like we're trying to go for that upshift right now. Once we see that full upshift close, very good indication that we're gonna see a bullish run on that. So it's definitely level 3. This is definitely a level 3 entry. Excuse me. So that's why you definitely have to be careful with the lower high. I like how it's holding that support level. I haven't reduced risk. If we see a bearish close below that, then yeah, I may reduce risk. Not really, bro. Compared to my risk reward, this scalping system, the average risk reward is 1R. Looks like we'll see a bearish close, so we may... No bearish close. Let's see, 7 seconds to see if we actually see a bearish close. No, it's trying. It's trying. It's trying. Alright, so I'm going to close about half, and then I'll add in once I see more confirmation. Reducing risk. Bum, bum, bum. Might have reduced risk a little bit early there, but it is what it is. It's better to be safe. And I could always add in that risk, so I'm not really afraid of reducing risk. you know, because I could always add in risk if I really, you know, once I see more confirmation. It's a pretty good song. It's gonna take its time to do so. Your GPY still doing its thing. Yeah, of course, bro. This is a profitable system. I wouldn't be trading a system that's not profitable. You have to have a good win rate to have a good risk reward. Other than that, like, it's not profitable. If you have like a 50% win rate to have an average risk reward of 1R, that's a profit factor of about less than 1. It's not profitable long term. You know, to be profitable at 1R, you have to have around about a 70 to 7, actually 65. I'll say 60%. It'll be basically almost at a little bit at break even. You'll be in slight profit at 60%. 65 to around 90%. That's a good win rate with to have an average risk reward as 1R. Profit factor, it's gonna be around 1.5 to 2. Like, I know all my specific stats for this system. You know, because this one has like around 70. Sometimes with this level 3, a level 3 entry, not really the most high probable setup for sure. But since I do see the kind of the intraday momentum, that's why I took it, because I'm going with the intraday momentum that I'm seeing right now. But from the level 1s and level 2s, it's about a 70 to 80%, maybe on some weeks 90% win rate, but an average win rate about, I'll say around 75% win rate, with an average risk reward is 1R. So it's a good system. The profit factor is about 1.85. The average win is about around 600, and then the average loss is about less than 250. The AHPR right now, it could be better, but it's about 0.80%. Could be definitely better. But that's testing from the last 6 months that I've tested for the AHPR. Which the AHPR is kind of like, you know, how the system does really well with compounds whenever you're compounding your gains. The Z-score, definitely, it's about an 80% for the Z-score, I believe. It just tells me that, for the systematic approach, there's no kind of regard to, having a streaks of losses and then a streaks of gains. Like, it just calculates the, or the streaks of gains and streaks of losses random or systematic. Alright, so I'm going to add risk once we see a bullish close above right over here. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Right over here. Look at 50 now, one goes into the sell zone, so that's kind of bad for me. But usually the pin, I always trust the pin low of a stop. I still have half of my risk still on to it, so I'm not gonna lose the full percentage. And no, I don't risk a full percentage. Only on the most high probable setups. With this, I risked about 0.5%. Actually, a little bit less because the spreads are probably gonna be in total about 0.45%. So the maximum that I'm going to lose on this trade is going to be about 0.35%. So it's the magic of reducing risk. You know, would you rather take a full 0.5% loss or 1% loss? It's about to close bullish on that. Or would you rather have just you know, kind of a fractional loss compared to that? Just all based on the system, and it's all based on, you know, your approach to the markets. But this is my system. I usually trade the ace fix systems. That's how I make, you know, good money. Right now we're just basically waiting for price action to make a higher low, I mean a higher high, and then the RSI value to make kind of a lower low. Excuse me, a lower high. I think everyone should, I'm adding in right over here, but I think everyone should really, you know, kind of know their stats, you know, for sure. With my coaching that's coming in about, I'm going to be working on it hardcore this weekend. Hopefully it's going to be out by November. I really want to push this package out there because I think it's going to help a lot of people. Like, people don't really know about their stats 100% and they don't take advantage of those stats, but you need to know your stats. If you don't know your stats as a trader, then what's the whole point if you're trying to become an actual consistent trader? You know, you have to know your average win rate, you have to know your average risk to reward, you need to know your average HPR, you need to know your average Z-score, you need to know especially your average profit factor. Because I added risk right over here. Back my risk that I got out right over here. But if you don't know that, then like, how do you know you're going to be consistently profitable, you know? Like, long term. So it's just so important to know your stats. Especially start building like kind of a track record for yourself. And then you kind of see throughout the years how you grow with that track record. And then you kind of can literally put like small changes, and then that can lead to, even those small changes can lead to kind of big gains in your track record or to your monthly percentages. You know, it's just kind of putting everything in a systematic approach, making your routine kind of a systematic approach, putting your trading in all of it as a systematic approach. And when once you put it at a systematic approach, then it'll be much easier to edit, snip, and edit that system to improve it. And you could definitely see a lot of gains with that. So it's just, you know, as a trader, we have to kind of involve in, you know, putting our daily routine as a system, you know, and then using kind of that system to improve. Yeah, just choppy on your JPY. Liquid 50 isn't really, just it's just going up and down. So usually I want to see a clean breakout right now. We should see like that breakout happen within the next 15 minutes. If we don't, I don't know, I may just reduce or scratch the trade. Because I don't want to get into starting the market with chop. Usually around this time, market likes to chop before the market open, which market opens in about an hour and a half. So I don't want to be caught in the wrong direction in that, so definitely want to be careful. Yeah, we're not seeing that continuation. Alright, so I don't know, it's hard to take tight if that's bearish div. How do you learn not to get into revenge trade after a loss? Just literally learning from your losses. Trading is, yeah, you learn a lot from like a teacher and a mentor, but at the same time, you're not going to learn everything, like the proper ways to, trade properly without having those losses. The losses are kind of market tuition. You paying the market to learn something. After a while, if you're really stubborn and you really, even if you take a couple of losses and, you have mentors telling you to stop it and you're not listening, whether you like it or not, you're going to stop. One day you're going to learn like, oh, everyone's telling me not to do this. I should probably stop doing this. I'm thinking I'm going to reduce risk again right over here. I'm just waiting for that. And then I'll take it down to the short side. If I see a continuation of that momentum. I'm reducing risk right now. Guess we're going to be using those kind of EMAs as support, as dynamic support and resistance. Yeah, as Liquid 50 kind of faked us out right over here, went back, and then it came all the way down. Now that RSI value is going, so I'm gonna go ahead and scratch the trade in a second, and then I'll switch back to the short bias, because this is a level 3, which a level 3 always tells me that, you know, it's a low probable trade, but you know, you could always use that kind of momentum and using it to your advantage. I haven't closed fully yet, just because I'm waiting for a little bit more confirmation like that. Now I'm out. Alright, now we just switched down to the short side. We took about because the second risk was about less than, so I took about a fractional, so about 0. I'll say about 0.40. Actually 0.54. Let me look at my stats. Yeah, 0.56, which is alright. We're already in profit on this position. And this take profit will be right over here for average 2R, but I will close half right over here. So it is what it is, especially whenever I'm trading level 3s. It's just, you know, I always have to be careful trading into the long side just because of this. But again, on level 3 gives us a, you know, a good opportunity for the short side because of that momentum. So we're locking our stop, our break even right over here. It's not trading based on emotion, brother. It's trading based on my system. You're not, why would I trade based on emotion if I know that every time I'm in emotion it leads into a kind of a loss and it kind of clouds my judgment? That's not based on emotion. That's based on a system. The reason why I go back to the short session is because that's part of my system. It's not, oh, I lost, now, you know, I gotta make that loser back. Come on, brother. It's not really smart. I'm sorry if I'm being mean, but like, well, it's based on a system, you know, full confirmation of a level 2. All right, what that tells you is that's a break of the 50 out of the bias 50, which is an indication of a change of direction, which tells me that, yeah, I got this entry wrong, but you can trade the momentum toward the short side with the liquid 50 and the RSI value being that way. That's not based on emotion at all. It's just literally based on a systematic approach to the markets. All right, locking my stop at break even. Ooh, look at that momentum, baby. We're locking our stop at 1R right now. So we are locked at break even, so we can't lose on this trade. And then we close about 1/4% right over here, as it's touched right over here, and then we're gonna close another 1/4% once we close below here. So closing half at 1R and then keeping the rest for the initial target at the 800 EMA. I'm sorry guys, but that's just so funny to me. Alright, so now we're looking for an indication toward a bearish close. So like I said again, I'm closing about another 1/4% once we have a close below that. Right now we're just gonna wait patiently for that setup to see a continuation. But yeah, a lot of momentum to the short side. It is what it is. Alright, we're closing, but to close another 1/4%. We're just waiting right now for that bearish close. It's doing its thing. I'm just gonna let it do whatever it wants to do. Looks like we're finally seeing some kind of more bearish divergence right there on Euro JPY. We're kind of giving me that bearish close and close another 1/4%. I took this one at 0.60% risk. Yeah, we're just waiting for that bearish close. Give me that bearish close, baby. Should give me that bearish close within the next 1 minute. Looking at that momentum counter right there. Alright, so I just closed another 1/4% right there. So now we're about 0.30% in profit for the day. So we're down about 1/4%, less than 1/4%. Yeah, we're moving our initial take profit to this level right over here. Okay, okay, bro. Okay. Emotions, you're definitely not profitable. I'm an institutional trader at JP Morgan's. What the heck? Okay, bro. Whatever you say. Man, people these days. I should take profits right there. That's strange. All right, it's taking our profit. I have a small position left right over here. Lock, stop, at break even, so I can't lose at the trade. So I'm leaving this entry to do whatever it wants to do. So we're up about percent. Yeah, we're up about 0.20% in profit for today. So nice one. Nice one for the day. Always on a level 3. Always on a level 3. I always going to be taking it at much less risk than the level 1 and level 2. Especially this is the level 3, and then this is a level 3 into a downshift level 1. So that's why I took this with much more risk than the level 3, because the level 1 breakout is always going to be more probable than level 3. Especially it's gonna, level 3s are not going to be as momentumized as the a level 1. So yeah, we're keeping this small piece in right now, just because I like the bearish momentum on to the short side. So we're gonna keep that short piece right there. So yeah, good trade. We're about up 0.14% on that last position, and then so I have my lock, stop, at break even right over here. So now we're going to be looking at Euro JPY for the short side. Yeah, we're just waiting on this now, but I definitely still like this. Right now we're probably going to have a liquid 50 coming up on the 15-minute. Yeah, just like that. It's still waiting, so we're kind of forming a little wedge right over here. So I am anticipating a breakout. So as you can see here, price action is starting to make, just consolidate and become smaller. So we should be expecting a breakout soon, hopefully to the short side, but gonna be patient with that. Thanks, Ivars. Appreciate it. for that level 3, I should have technically risked a little bit less than a half a percent. But it is what it is. So right now I want to see what we do toward the bias 50 if we kind of reject and then go down. Continue going down. I could always trade the level 2 confirmation. So we'll see about that. Your JPY is still kind of choppy right now. liquid 50 value is still kind of bearish. TL value is starting to come up again. So we'll see what we do there. Alright, take the screenshot real quick. Actually, I think I'll wait for the turnover day to take the screenshot. I gotta calculate the FQN for the day. This is definitely gonna be some kind of significant support today. Right there. We're seeing kind of rejection off that 50 EMA. I could kind of I could add it right over here if I really want to. They're saying about 12.6 points. I'll add in. Actually, yeah, it is a level 2. I don't know. It's just I don't want to be trading. I don't want to have any open trades into risk at the market open. So we'll keep this trade right now running on the one that I have open left. Just because I don't want to have any risk on, because this is risk-free, the position that I have left, so I don't want to add into another position just yet, especially with the market opening in like an hour right now. So, yes sir. Okay, now we're seeing that breakout, which I kind of wanted to see. So we'll wait on that. We got that collapsing dragon right there. Collapsing dragon right there. Could have taken that short right over here on this specific system. Would have went about 3R on that risk. We're about to have another collapsing dragon right over here, looks like. If we close bearish here. DXY is doing its thing. Liquid 50 is now coming back up to the buy zone like that, just having kind of a U-turn back to the upside. So, we'll see. We'll see what we do here. I want bearish divergence to form on your GPY. and then we can have an indication toward the short side. But I think this is pretty much for the stream, guys. I gotta get you ready for the market open on stocks. But yeah, really good trade to end up the session. We took kind of a small loss, not really anything like super significant. But follow my rules, follow the system. Took that level 2 into a level 3, and we made our money back, and we're up green for the day. So we're up about like 0.30%. So yeah, 300 bucks. So I mean, it's pretty good for 300 bucks. So yeah, we're gonna wait for the market open, gonna get ready for it. Hope you guys have a freaking awesome day. I'll see you guys tomorrow, actually on Monday at 5 a.m. CST. Yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions or anything at all, as well as our ASFX educational platform. We are seeing in a Halloween sale that's coming up this weekend. So if you guys are interested in joining with ASFX, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to help you guys out. I'm one of the ASFX coaches for the ASFX group, so I help people teach to become profitable traders. So if you have any questions at all, please message me on Instagram. If you want to get started with us, or if you just have any questions at all, just message me on Instagram. And yeah, I'll see you guys on Monday. Have a good weekend, guys. Hopefully you guys don't go ahead and lose profits on the New York Open. Be careful. Follow your rules, follow your plan, and I'll see you guys later, team. We'll wait to see structure form.